They'll figure it out. They know where. Man, what do we think, chat? This fucking game is hard. I mean, this game, what a fucking tough game of Magic. I hope we're gonna be able to scrape it out. Watch them like play Inquisition or Thought Season, like totally fuck us up. But as of right now, it's looking like a. Oh, just a Goblin Guide, huh? Oh man, that's unfortunate. I don't know how I'm ever gonna manage to beat this Goblin Guide. If only I had some way to race this Goblin Guide, chat. Chat, do you think we're gonna be able to manage to race this Goblin Guide? I'm just not sure if I'm gonna be able to race this Goblin Guide here. Pretty sure I want to fetch Basic Mountain, even though it cuts us off of a lot of things in our hand here. Alright, cast this one. Go, I guess. This is all I have. This is my deck. My deck is amazing. Oh, look at that. What if I do this? Boop, 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 boop. Do the hollow one thing. Bing, 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 On today's episode of Stoneforge Mystic is Too Good for Modern. You want some of that sweet live tweet action? On today's episode of Stoneforge Mystic and Green Sun for Dryad Arbor are too good for modern. Oh, Magic's great. Why is it called your college best? Because college kids are lazy and tend to slack off. What's going on, Jade Kid? God, could you imagine if those Soulflayers were Revenge Vines? Just like, would have 16 them? Oh no, please, not Lava Spike. We could actually die next turn, huh? We could actually die next turn. They're gonna chump two of these. And then they're gonna Rift Bolt hit us. They could go land, triple burn spell, or they could go land, Boros Charm, Lightning Bolt. We could lose this because I dealt 3 damage to myself. I think it was right to put all these into play and deal 3 damage to myself, but we'll see. Yep. Am I dead? Third land. Oh, we could be dead. We could be dead. We could have made fun of how busted our draw was and then die here. I mean, to be fair, we're not actually like what this is our turn 3. We're not actually going to deal lethal till turn 4. So like this is like a fair and balanced modern draw. Yeah, look at how fair our deck was. We didn't kill them till turn 4. We have a bunch of cards for burn in this deck. I wonder if there's too many cards for burn in this sideboard. I feel like that's a real possibility. feel like too many burn cards is a real possibility. Like we have, do we need these ley lines on top of everything else we have going on? Because like we're boarding up to 4 Brutality and 4 Aetherborn. It's possible that we deal enough damage to ourselves that we really need that effect. I just really want the Striped Riverwinder. I can probably cut the Zetalpas. I probably don't need Zetalpa's giant text box in this matchup. Like, just like getting hexproof plus this is good. Because this doesn't give... The Indestructible is not good against Path. Hey, Brian, morning. Morning, Drax. Morning, folks. Is our deck good? I mean, our deck does some busted things. I think we just cut the dino here. Like, this, and this are probably more important. It's true. I see the fire has settled down, allowing nutrients to promote growth again. Your wall is full of green moss, right? I'm not sick. It's so funny how people always say that. It is just, I woke up 45 minutes ago. Got that morning, just woke up voice going on. Yeah, I think this is fine. I guess I could see trimming Thought Scour. Maybe I'm supposed to leave in some Street Wraiths just so I can like hit my hollowed ones consistently. I could see an argument for that. Let's do that. These Thought Scours are a little... Oh, gosh, that's funny. What do you think about this Leyline? This Leyline seems great. Just got MTGO working on wine thanks to your guide, so thanks for that. Do you ever have some weird funkiness dragging things? I'm not sure what you mean by funkiness. I need another land, right? I need another black source. Oh, it snaps back? That sounds like normal Magic Online stuff. I think the thing you have to remember, it's weird using it through wine because like occasionally wine has issues that don't happen on Windows, but like by and large MTGO has so many issues on Windows that it's just like, yep, those issues are still here on wine. I think the only actual issue I've noticed is I don't think it always updates when you Alright, so what am I supposed to do here? I don't think it always updates when your friends list changes, like when someone signs on and offline. I don't have any double red cards in my deck, right? But like I have a double black card here. Yeah, I boarded the Flamewakes out. So I probably want to fetch a basic swamp with this. I think I'm going to take it a little bit slow here since I have this Leyline to lean into. I'm going to play this Blood Crypt tapped and pass. And then next turn, I'm going to go fetch basic swamp, cycle Street Wraith. And then if we miss on another looting effect, I can cycle this hollowed one to play this hollowed one. You say that, Nivek. Grixis decks for a little while in Modern, when Burn was exceedingly popular, they actually played copies of Vampiric Link in their board to like put on their Tasigur or suit up on their Eidolon. So we get 2 draws at like an Izzet Charm or a Brutality or a... Tasigur is not bad. I'm going to go ahead and fetch my swamp here. So if we hit a Faithless Looting, if we hit one of our discard 2 methods, we get to put both of these hollowed ones into play. If we miss on those, I still get to put one into play here, which seems fine. Stub's not a bad draw. And then next turn I can go tapped land, Tasigur, Del 4. Because this is just better than this at this point, since I don't have any good pigs in my discard pile. think I want to block a Tailor here. I feel like this staying in play is okay for me. Yeah, I think this staying in play is okay for me. So I'm going to go to 9, and they're going to go to 11. They have like a Helix here as well. Maybe a Boros Charm. They have Boros Charm give double strike. We could be in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, it must be Boros Charm. Okay, so we're taking 7 here down to 6. Okay, maybe not killing the Eidolon was a little bit greedy. If you check out my articles on gatheringmagic.com, there's an article up there titled What Jason Bloodbraid Did to Modern. It talks about cards that I think would be okay to unban in Modern. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Mountain here since I drew that instead of the Blood Crypt, because I'd like to leave as many cards in my discard pile as possible here. So that way I can hopefully cast this Hollowed One next turn. But I also want to leave my stub up here in case they rip a Path to Exile or like a Destructive Revelry. Alright, my goal here is like trying to lock them under their Eidolon, but hopefully we don't want to get ourselves locked under the Eidolon. All right, sweet. Let's take the corner and turn it here. It's not actually. I was on last night for 3 decks Anoronics. The mono blue Living End deck is really bad. There is a reason it fell off the face of the planet. It is really not good. We started with it last night. It was bad. The Nadu Chord deck we played, though, was kind of awesome. I'm just casting this as a 4/4. It's sad that we haven't found any of our things, but if you really want me to play it again, I will play it again, but I really don't think it's good. It's like we didn't win a match, and we just got fucking dumpstered every time we played it. It's a really clunky, awkward deck. There's a reason it never took off after the same person posted a bunch of results with it. And that's one of the things that's interesting about Moto results, the way Magic Online hides a lot of data, is that, like, we can't... Okay, if you have a specific list you like, I just looked at a bunch of them and then grabbed the 5-0 list that looks like it. Oh yeah, we played... You should check out the Swans list. The Swans list was awesome. Lost track of my resub because it's on auto. Here's the Jeff. Thank you for the 4-month big resub, Big Beanie Cap. Be sure to drop me a message in private. Let me know what you'd like to put your donation list towards this month. Is there a second swamp in this deck? There is a second swamp in this deck. God bless. That's a phenomenal draw because it means I can hard cast this 5-mana 4/4 and still hold up my Stubborn Denial. Just for reference, I'd really recommend watching the video, though, before you confirm you want me to play it again, because, like, it's really just not doing anything that's particularly good in Modern. It's really slow and clunky, and, like, combos that don't actually win the game when you play them are generally not great in this format. Yeah, you can pay mana for Hollywood, right? Cast my Limited Bomb, go. Cast my 5-mana 4/4. I mean, this Leyline almost assuredly won us this game, huh? We also didn't draw any of our other anti-burn cards, but Leyline definitely paid for itself. Mardu Pyro, 10 out of 10. That deck's great. Hey, look, a Brutality. Yeah, Direfleet Daredevil is a good card against any of the decks that have removal. Like, it sounds great against, like, green, black, and Jeskai control for sure. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. If they have double Boros Charm here, we actually die, huh? I should have blocked here. Wow, I could have died there. If they would have had double Boros Charm, they'd have gotten a double strike that. That was a bad play that we didn't get punished for. Whew! Hey, God, this is a no justice stream, huh, chat? Whew! This had been a justice stream. We'd have lost that game. We should have won. We could have won. That was not on my radar. Double prowess. Double prowess into double strike. Black Starmac. I pretty much just play things as they come up to the top of the queue. You can take a look in there. I'm pretty sure both of those decks are in there, but I don't remember where exactly they're at offhand. Looking at the queue, there's a black-green rock at 18, but that probably doesn't mean we'll get to it this week. Usually I get through about 20 decks a week or so, and people generally add things in the middle. So I think in this deck, we usually want to wait on the Faithless Looting till turn 2, especially when we already have a Hollowed one in the opener. Because, like, if we go turn 2 Faithless Looting, we then play a 1-mana Hollowed one. So I'm going to fetch Island and Thought Scour on one here. So I'm gonna show you. Oh, I should just share when I tweet, right? Jeff does social media is the fun part of the stream. So Anderson responded with, "This is like pretty like Anderson's a smart dude, and I think he's just responding with like this is what everyone says, right? It's not about power level, it's about homogenizing how it would homogenize deck building, and like this is just my response to that. It's just like nonsense. Like please show me all the competitive green and white decks that Stoneforge Mystic and Green Sun Zenith would homogenize." So, what is the list you have do differently, Anoronics, that would solve the issues that one that we played has? Like, what is the list that you're envisioning giving me do different? Because they all looked pretty similar. All the lists were very close to each other, and I ended up just picking the one that had the most 4-ofs. It runs Kiki combo in it. Oh, that's a different deck. We've also played that deck before, and it's also hot garbage, but I'm willing to play it again because people request that deck a lot. Alright, let's keep my Hollow Boy. What a tilt. What a tilt. We lost our Hollow Boy, chat. Why are we so unlucky? Why are we so unlucky? That deck's usually Grixis, right, Anoronics? There isn't, Hot Scooter. Like, when people, again, like, people with those responses, they're talking about these cards in the context of formats that aren't Modern. Like, Modern is this unique thing that people just can't seem to wrap their fucking mind around when it comes to building decks in Magic. Like, Modern is different from even Legacy and these other formats. Modern has such a flat power level compared to everything else that nothing really homogenizes Modern outside of something super obnoxious like the Eldrazi Menace, basically. Like, outside of printing stuff in with Eye of Ugin, it has to be like Eye of Ugin fucked up power levels to really homogenize Modern. And let's be honest. No, Death Shadow did not homogenize Modern. Nothing changed with Death Shadow. The format naturally adapted and pushed that deck out of the format. And even, I'm just gonna, crazy, I'll untime you out if you can cite an objective source with some real data showing me what you just said was true. Because what you just said was not true. Death Shadow did not warp Modern. Nothing was banned out of that deck. The format was just naturally pushed out of, the deck was naturally pushed out of the format. Twin didn't even have that much large of a percentage from the data that we had. Go look at the Pro Tours where Twin was legal. Twin was banned largely because of public outcry. The numbers that we had didn't match. Those decks didn't have numbers at the Pro Tours they were played at either, Anironics, and the Pro Tours are the only objective numbers we have, so those are really the only ones I can work with. Bogles would never run Green Sun Zenith. If Bogles wanted to play Green Sun Zenith, they'd just play Silhana Ledgewalker, which is better. Humans now has a similar percentage of the top tournament finishes that Twin had when it was banned, just for reference. Yeah, and that's good, Adam. That's natural format evolution. Do I want Leyline of Sanctity against my opponent's deck? I probably want Big Game Hunter. I don't know if I want Leyline or not. I definitely want Hexproof and Zetalpa. I need ways to kill Scavenging Ooze is the thing. Although I probably want to kill Scavenging Ooze before it gets too big. These bolts are probably reasonable. I'm gonna trim these Aetherborns for now. Maybe Thought Scour is the filler card, actually. Yeah, let's trim Thought Scour. And then I'm gonna bring in these, because they're a discard-based deck. That may or may not be good. I don't know if I like these Leylines against discard decks in this deck. And I think EE is a little narrow. I'm gonna keep this. If Bogles wanted to spend its card slots on things like bullets instead of real cards, I would be so happy with that. Well, that's unfortunate, because now we lost our Gurmag Angler. We're gonna have a good start. Now we need to hit a land. Look at that. Just a goddamn professional. Nothing but professionalism here, chat. I think I want to take a peekaboo at their hand and spot check for a potential removal spell here, since we're kind of all in on this Hollowed Boy. I think we're dead. I'm not sure that we're going to have good tools here to fight through these things. I guess we could... And like, so this is actually what makes this deck kind of interesting to me. I feel like we actually have a chance here because we're on the Hollow Flayer plan. Or just because we're on the Soulflayer plan. Because, like, if we find a Zetalpa and a Soulflayer, we can actually get into this game, right? Because, like, that's just, like, a card that they probably can't beat. They're going to decay this, probably. Or not. I'll take it. I can't, Adam, can you please articulate a reasonable argument to me on how Green Sun Zenith for Dryad Arbor is possibly too strong? Like, what world are you living in? What format are you playing that the conclusion you've come to is that cast flexible Land War Elves is too strong? Like, where are we at here? Do we think it would make Valakut Titan too oppressive? Is that the argument? Like, that's the only deck I can think of that might possibly be close to too strong with Green Sun for that. Alright, let's play this, and then flip this pig into play and attack. Alrighty. Alrighty. Onward, upward, backward, forward. I think the green-black decks in general are pretty good against Hollowed One decks like this, from my experience playing green-black. What's going on, Roadkill? Just another 24-hour stream. Negatory. I'm planning to be live for 3 decks at a minimum, maybe one more than that. I'm going to keep this hand, but we don't really know what it is yet. Sand could be anything. Christy's with the kids at her mom's house in Chicago. And she told them they were going to go home to see Dad's Day, and they both looked at her and told her no. Declan declared he wanted to live with his grandmother. Love you too, kid. Colorless Eldrazi looks like. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Izzet Charm. Faithless Looting. They have a Chalice here. Endless 1-for-1. Yep. Resolves. You put the fear of God in me, opponent. Endless 1-for-1 resolves. Hot take that Green Sun Zenith for Dryad Arbor makes the Titan decks too good. Primeval Titan's the card that's actually too good, and I'm impressed that it's still legal in Modern. Whoops! Whoopsie! Fight me. Fight me. I actually think this card is pretty good in this format. Like, I've talked about this when we've played black-based devotion decks always have this card, and like, the last time we played this deck, like, this card just being like a removal spell is like really impressive. For fuck's sake. I hate, oh good, they didn't do it. Sweet, come on. Give me a discard outlet. Give me a discard outlet. Give me a discard outlet. If we get a discard outlet, we get to assemble Voltron here. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a looting. Give me an Izzet Charm. Give me a looting. Give me an Izzet Charm. Looting, Izzet Charm. Looting, Izzet Charm. Looting, Izzet Charm. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give it to me, baby. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, well. This is the best I could do. I'm actually going to exile the Flamewake here because I would like flying in haste. If we'd had a discard outlet there, we would have assembled the full Voltron. Pretty sure we can just race here at this point. But here's the thing, Cathedra. Modern is not a format about making flexible cards good. Modern is very much a format about just doing objectively busted things. Like look at all of the decks in Modern, and the best decks in Modern are pretty much all unanimously just like doing, pretty much just all doing like really fucked up things. They're not about getting slow, grindy selection and advantage. Faithless Looting was one card too. If we find another Hollowed One here, This could be another Soulflayer. This could be amazing. All right, so we found a hollowed one. Well, this is still really good for us, right? So I'm gonna bin these two. I'm gonna cycle this street. We get another shot at Soulflayer here. That's fine. That's fine. So cast this, floop this bird back into play. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and flashback this looting here. No, I'm not gonna flashback the looting, so I want to put the bird into play. Have you heard about my bird? I said a bird. Bird's a word. I said a bird. Do you think my opponent regrets not scavenger grounding me yet? When will the historic summoning combo deck be live? The third league of today. How long that will be from now? I don't know. Probably at least an hour and a half. Depends on. The landfall aggro deck could be a quick league. Could definitely be a quick league. Alright, so they're playing an Eldrazi deck, which means these Gifted Aetherborns and these extra big game hunters are probably aces. Collective Brutality is probably kind of crap here, right? On the off chance that they chalice on one me, I'm gonna cut these Thought Scours. It doesn't. The Escape Shift version is not the one people have been donating for. I think the Escape Shift version is more of a gimmick than actually good. Which gimmicks are fun. A lot of the decks we play are gimmicky on this channel. I love the silver and gold icons better with the H on them. They had a little bit more texture to them, which is nice. Honestly, maybe people are right, and I don't want Green Sun to do this because it's just going to go in the Valakut Titan deck and make me sad. The Valakut Titan deck makes me sad, okay? See, it seems fine. Turn 2 Aetherborn is hard to pass up. Graveyard hate. Graveyard hate. Rude. Alright, so I'm going to start with Watery Grave tapped for now and see where we go, I think. I apologize for what I've done to your wallet, Jade Kit. Part of me just wants to wait here. Yeah, I'm gonna just shock this in for now and just like keep minimal amounts of cards in my discard pile for the time being. I feel like I want to build up to one turn where like at their end step I can cycle and fetch a bunch and then I can untap and play the Gurmag Angler. I think is my goal here. I mean, having multiple locations, like, I guess that's the definition of a chain. What I meant is they're not a national chain. You just said Peoria, and there's one in Pekin, so, like, those are all central Illinois. So they're not like a national chain, is what I'd say. Setso MTG with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. Sure, they are regional chains are still chains. I agree with you. I was clarifying that what I had intended to say is they're not a national chain. They're basically only in central Illinois, right? It's not like people can go like find an Avanti's in their in their, you know, in New York or Chicago. Modern is full of decks that are uninteractive to play against. Like, whenever someone complains about specific decks in Modern, I always feel like I should I want to look at them and go, have you played against other decks in this format? Because that deck is not unique in how offensive it is. Sure, but banning a card now because it might break the format in the future is absurd. But being like, oh, we have to ban this now because it might break when R&D prints a card 4 sets from now. Like, that's just silly. That's silly in my opinion. Like, that every card in Magic could be too strong 10 sets from now. Like, why is that specifically the one that gets, why are those the ones that get targeted out? Should we ban Gifted Aetherborn because they might print something that makes Death Touch lifelink creatures too strong? I feel like we should ban Gifted Aetherborn preemptively. Oh, you think that's silly? Yeah, see, it's silly to ban things preemptively. But Jeff, that one doesn't tutor. What if they print something that breaks Collected Company? Should we ban Collected Company? What if they print a busted 3-drop that when you find it consistently, it's too good? You know, like, you could make that argument for almost every card in Magic and in Modern. Even the fair interactive decks are pretty offensive, right? Like, Thoughtseize Inquisition are like the cards in the best fair decks. Those are obnoxious TCG cards. Like, Modern is a format of people playing with the strongest cards, because that's how... Why did they leave Ghost Quarter up? Thank you for making an endless one that's as big as my Gurmag Angler instead of being bigger. I appreciate you. What if we hunt some big game? What if we find some big game and we hunt it down? Yeah. The fact that they, like, make mulligans largely irrelevant is really obnoxious in my mind. They take away meaningful decisions. Just like combo decks take away your meaningful decisions when they... oh, they just get to recast this Eternal Scourge, right? Because they get to go exile it with Relic and then recast it. Yep, so they're targeting themselves here. So Eternal Scourge can be cast from exile. So Scourge Relic is a combo. Yeah, the opponent's deck is neat. It's put up a few results. We really want to find something like a Faithless Looting to let us discard some cards. We can just like flip 12 boys into play here. Put all 3 of the boys out. That'll work too. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list. Please help yourself. Boop. 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 Floop my pigs into play. Your turn. This is all I got, opponent. This is all I have. These are my cards. There are many like them, but these ones are mine. Oh no, not a lightning bolt. How will I ever win the game now, opponent? Yeah, you cycle that, baby. Cycle it. Dig for them answers. Dig, baby, dig. That's... Huh. We're kind of at an impasse, huh? JK, I brought flyers. JK, I brought flyers. Smush. Fly, my children, fly, fly. Why the fuck is there a keyword soup? We have Soulflayer in our deck, Michael. And if we draw like a Faithless Looting and we Faithless Looting into Soulflayer, they never have a window to Scavenger Ground us. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck to get a link to the deck list in chat. Keyword soup is delicious. I agree. 8 more turns. Flame Boy's coming for you. Pitch Spirit Guide, cast Spirit Guide. Alright. Alright, we're just looking for a discard outlet, chat. And then keyword Soup Dragon's coming to town. We're looking for keyword Soup for the Soul. Yes, the new Stream Decker overlay is phenomenal. I concur. No! Oh, it's just a Smasher. I thought they were going to Thought Not Seer me. I was really sad. Although this might be bad for us. They're dead on the backswing, right? This just like, this attack leaves them dead on board. They have no... I'm just double counting. This leaves them dead on board, right? This is why I won a lot of matches during Eldrazi Winter, because big board states scare people. Avery with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. While we're hanging out here today waiting for the 4th match that's League to Hop, I'd just like to thank everyone, especially Avery and folks out there that subscribe like Avery. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I stream Magic 30 plus hours a week, so if you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. Those folks are quite literally the reason why I'm here. You can also, Gigasaur with that brand new Twitch Prime sub. Thanks for sharing that around. There's a lot of people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch, so thanks for supporting my stuff here with that this month. You can also support my stuff past subscriptions by checking out some of my wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I'd love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags there. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about receiving your complimentary timeout. I mean... Alright, keep. How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Our numbers are decent considering there's a Grand Prix going on. I wasn't expecting to get past 400 people today. Is there any chance you had that Jessica? I don't, Rick. I haven't put it together. I'll try and get it done tonight. Basically, I'm going to start with a Jeskai Nahiri shell. So, I'm not going to Faithless Looting on 1 here, because again, if I drew a hollowed one, I wouldn't be able to play it. So I want to wait until next turn so I can Looting plus play a hollowed one in the same turn. Hot take, when is Standard not a stale format? Week 1? Week 1, week 2? At what point does Standard hit stale these days? It feels quicker. It feels like it hits the stale point quicker every day. Thoughts on Wizard Lightning? I don't know. I feel like I could go either way on it. I feel like I want at least 1, but I'm not sure if 3 is too many. Alright, let's cycle this Striped Riverwinder in case we hit a Hollowed Boy. Yeah, Hollowed Boy like that. Here we go. There's my boys. Where my boys at? Where my boys at? Get my boys in here. No, I don't think spoilers have anything to do with it. I think a big part of it is that just like they're designing bad formats, and then the result of the bad formats is the results of bad design is a bad format. Because there's too much, right? We need to hide more data. Quick, hide your data. Hide your wife. It's gonna ruin Standard. You've ruined Standard, chat. All right, it was a good run, but I believe we've died. As someone who played a lot of Standard for a very long time, there are always people that complain about Standard. But as also someone who's played a lot of Standard for a very long time, Standard has looked much worse than it was for a very long time for the last, like, 2 years or so. I think my finger point would be since Origins rotated out. I think the last time Origins was Standard legal was the last time, like, I really enjoyed poking at Standard when I tried it. I mean, there's lots of reasons to point to, like, why we got the formats we did, but, like, ultimately, they're just, like, all, like, R&D fucked up, right? Like, the people designing the cards are supposed to design the formats. They did a bad job. I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I just play the games. Why was Baby Jace awful? I'd argue Baby Jace was, like, a really great card to have in the format because it did a lot of really awesome, flexible things. Loot, 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 fat, fat loot, fat, fat loot, 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 loot. Honestly, maybe it's a lack of core sets that are part of the problem, right? Like, the people just ask me, like, when was the last time Standard was good? And I just said Origins, right? That was the last core set before M19. Still looking for that Watch the endorsement. That's fine. Wizards of the Coast might not like me, but like Tolarian Community College likes me. And he's the biggest Magic YouTube channel now. He's bigger than Wizards. So the person that's bigger than Wizards likes me. So that's good enough for me. Alright, kill me. Ooh, Serum Visions is good for us. Serum Visions means we might not be dead yet. Yeah, I think like sitting down and thinking about it, like that could realistically be part of the issue, right? Oh, baby, I love being lucky. This is the best deck to be playing if you are fucking lucky, chat. Let me tell you about being lucky, chat. It's more than good. It's great. Alright, so Gifted Aetherborn is pretty mediocre. Is Keyword Soup really giving their college try is better than Magic's professional try? I mean, to be fair, TCC is probably one of the highest paid Magic professionals in the industry, right? Like, he doesn't play Magic for a living, but he works with Magic for a living. I think Keyword Soup Dino is not supposed to be in my deck, right? Nah, let's just wait till the full spoiler's out. I don't really want to get fully off topic in chat. How do we feel about this? Just like trimming some of the fat, basically. Oh, we have a full spoiler. Are they out? I haven't looked at it. Let's the same point. Let's not gum the chat up with spoiler talk. There's plenty. There are, let's just say Reddit is unusable right now because of spoiler season. So let's just, if you want to talk about spoilers, go there. There's infinite threads. Avery with the $25 donation. I definitely want to see some Dragon Lords on stream. I'm gonna need to look at that later. Maybe. We'll see. Again, friendly reminder, you should always check all deck lists before you send them to me. Because believe it or not, I know some real stinkers make it through on stream sometimes because I don't vet them quite enough, but I do reject donation deck lists. So our deck's the thinnest and the smartest. Pre-release weekend is next weekend. This hand's great, right? It's got a stub, it's got a leyline. Leyline, so this is gonna feel unintuitive to some people, but the reason Leyline is good in this matchup is not because of Grape Shot. When your opponent's going off with Grape Shot, they're generally gonna be able to bounce your Leyline. I'll take a look at it and see what it looks like, but I don't have time to look at the deck midstream. So I appreciate the support though, Avery. The reason why Leyline is actually good in this deck in this matchup is because it turns off their Gifts Ungiven, which is their best engine for enabling all their combo to come together. Can we have a Halloween rejected donation deck day? I don't think I could afford to burn that many tickets. All right, so I'm gonna shock this in. I think I might, if they like play a cantrip without playing a land, or they play 2 cantrips, I might soft stub a cantrip here. Life SSBM, thank you very much for the 6-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome. That's actually great for us because it means this Collective Brutality. It's really kind of funny, like the fact that the opponent's deck has, like, the fact that Baral is a 1-3 really makes Collective Brutality a lot worse on average against them. I don't think I want to escalate this. I think I just want to bin this bird. Although I guess if I double escalate this and bin the extra Soulflayer, I'm actually going to double escalate this. Because if I double escalate this, regardless of what I draw next turn, I can scrounge this Soulflayer into play with Hexproof, Flying, and Haste. And if I draw a land, I can hold up soft stub while I do it. Wow, yeah, their hand is a whole lot of nothing now. Yeah, you're not wrong, Jesse. Like, while decks that are interesting when they do their thing on occasion are nice, like, just watching me get dumpstered for a long time is just, like, generally not good content. Alright, hopefully they didn't draw exactly Remand. If they didn't draw Remand, we should be ahead in a huge way here. Yeah, so they just, like, can't take this off the table and it kills them in 4. Rudda Bag A42. Thanks for all the great stuff. Thanks for the 2-month resubscription. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and looting here because I really don't need the Thought Scour. I guess I'm going to keep the Thought Scour rather than another looting at this point because they don't give me something to stub. Yeah, this should be pretty much be lights out at this point, right? So, the spiky, obnoxious people in chat earlier commented that this deck just took normal Hollowed One and, like, made it worse because we wanted to be cute. But I really don't think that's true. I think Soulflayer gives you some... This deck definitely removes some of the explosiveness that Hollowed One has, although it doesn't remove all of it. But I think, like, the angle Soulflayer allows you to attack from is really interesting. And, like, Zetalpa allows you to assemble games with Soulflayer that you normally wouldn't be winning anyways. Now that I'm playing this deck again, I think the one piece of takeaway that I have here is kind of... I'm not sure that I'm not 100% sure that that Thought Scour is good in this deck. I feel like maybe that might be a bad inclusion. Alright, they're at 1. And I have a Stubborn Denial. So if I just keep them from bouncing my Leyline, we should be very good. Yeah. And if you like this deck, this is the 4th match in this league, so we're only going to have one more. We're only going to have one more match today with this deck. But this is a deck that we've played. This is a deck that we've played on stream before. So you can find more videos of it on my YouTube channel. I'm just letting this resolve because I can stub anything that they really do here. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Thought Scour is just like the best thing for... The Thought Scours are pretty good at enabling the Soulflayer, so maybe they're good. I don't know. That would be the one card I would be suspect of in the configuration as is. Is like, are these Thought Scours worthwhile? No, I just feel like Thought Scour by and large is just like mostly a filler card. It's possible. I was going to say Get Goblin Lore could be better than Thought Scour. I think that might be a possibility. But I don't think that's necessarily a given. All right, well, we're 3-1. Yes, we've yet to play game 3. Our 3-1. Because it doesn't matter. Play Codex Shredder over Thought Scour. See, like if this was a Goblin Lore, this hand would be much better, right? I think I'm keeping this, but it's a little medium for sure. Bottom another land. We were silly and put both our only 2 game losses in the same match. You wanna work on that. You wanna spread your game losses out, chat. Gonna spread them out over the course of all your matches and put them in the same one. You know, I guess that's a possible thing too, Dows. Like, do you need the hexproof with the Soulflayer? Or are you supposed to just, like, be red-black and just, like, not have the Striped Riverwinders? Like, it's, like, exactly Path decks that you're better against? Alright, so... I think I just double escalate this Brutality here. I guess I can only single escalate it. I'm going to escalate this Brutality so that way next turn I can flip a Soulflayer into play with Life Drain and Haste. No, Zetalpa gives your guy indestructible. So keyword Soup Dino has indestructible. So like it's exactly Path to Exile that you're worried about. With the thing. Don't forget Grasp of Darkness. Alright. Oh, Dismember is a real one. Dismember is, Witchmember. Dismember is a real card. True Temple, gross. So probably lose our other Soulflayer here. Sure, but if you're not playing cards like Thought Scour, you could be playing cards like Goblin Lore or more Collective Brutality, so like make it getting things into the bin easier. Please another discard outlet. Please another discard outlet. Yay! We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray! It is nice that Striped Riverwinder enables Hallowed One. That's definitely true. Cathartic Reunion is interesting. Yeah, I don't mind that one. That's neat. Alright, so they can smusher us this turn. They're probably going to obligate or borrow our Soulflayer for a turn, right? Just like gain 4. If they smush with everything here, I'm going to eat their Obligator. They're probably just going to attack with the Soulflayer, right? Wait, seriously? Wait, what? Why? I'm confused. Why would they attack with that? Alright, let's loot. Happy to trade here. They have BBE and Smusher in hand. Maybe because of BBE I should leave Hallowed One back, but I guess, like, it's just killing them, right? The Soulflayer has Death Touch, Flying, Lifelink, and Haste. I guess I'm just going to hold that up, huh? I'm just going to smack them again here. Alrighty. Big Game Hunter seems great. Another matchup where Gifted Aetherborn just seems like it's an A+. Collective Brutality is a little bit medium. Just trim Thought Scour because it's mostly filler. I think I'd rather have Lightning Bolt too, right? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, Cathartic Reunion is an interesting one. I feel like that would be my suggestion for trying this deck is, instead of splashing blue, just like try straight red-black and maybe add Cathartic Reunion. Like max on the brutalities in the main for more discard outlets. I mean, we're not playing this deck to not keep a hand like this. Get 5 shots at Hallowed Boys here. Second black source is good, because it means if we find some keyword soup here, we can Soulflayer next turn. I just want to do that. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Burning Inquiry, because I could Burning Inquiry into Big Game Hunter. Casual, put myself to 13. Go. You can always open up the queue and check it for yourself, JMB. I don't keep note of where everything is in there offhand. Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Should Soulflayer be banned? It only gets better as more creatures are printed. Ain't that the truth? As they print more creatures with more keywords, chat, this card will only get better. I feel, based on the logic that we used to ban Birthing Pod, Soulflayer must go. Please start a petition asking Wizards to ban Soulflayer. It's for the good of Modern as a format. Modern could literally cease to exist as we know it if you don't get WotC to ban Soulflayer soon. This is really important, chat. It's really important. All right, so I'm gonna grab my mountain here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cast this Burning Inquiry. Then if we keep our Gurmag Angler, we'll oh no, they dismembered my Dorko. If we keep my Gurmag, we get to cast it. Oh, I guess I should have. Okay, so I messed up. I should have cast Burning Inquiry off the mountain, because if I would have cast it off the mountain, I could have put that card into play there. So if I would have cast that using the mountain, I could have paid the madness on that big game hunter and still cast my Gurmag Angler this turn. Was K-Command legal and Pod was legal? I don't believe so. Sure, but you don't have to cast a card for its madness cost. You can decline paying a card for madness. What cost? This isn't all his dust? Stop it. Fetch land. Fetch land. It's a shame we didn't hit a land there, otherwise we'd have put keyword soup into play. So they're going to 5 here. All his dust isn't even that good against us, huh? All his dust isn't even that good. I assume we're gonna see them pop the relic here as they flail about. Domri Rod resolves. Alright, sweet. Well, we got the 4-in-1. Yeah, I like that this deck does the busted hollowed one things on occasion, but I also really like that it's got this backup plan where sometimes you just like put this unkillable thing into play. And like Gifted Aetherborn, I've talked about this card a few times, like Gifted Aetherborn just like has a good text box in this matchup in a lot of places. So I think while the blue cards definitely lend some utility with Hexproof and especially the Stubborn Denials and the Izzet Charms, I think I would be tempted to test this deck being just straight red-black, probably by playing Cathartic Reunion as an extra discard outlet. I wanted you to know that after watching your stream, I find myself constructing better argument when it comes to discussing games with strangers on the internet. I wrote a 436-word argument in response to X thing is strictly better than Y statement on a Models on a Tabletop game. Well, that's awesome, Null Rod. I'm glad you enjoyed the YouTube stuff. Thank you for the bits. Welcome to a live one. Alright. Don't stream the deck anymore. It's gonna get Soulflayer banned. Because Domri Rod's power levels just go spiral out of control. Alright, so we've got some landfall aggro up next here. Let's grab some cards from MTGO traders. And then I'll be on my way here. We got some landfall aggro, and then we're going to wrap up with some... I'm not sure if we're going to get to all 4 decks today. We're going to do at least 3. My wife just messaged me and said she's on her way home, so she'll be home in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I think my plan is to do at least 2 more, and then of course I'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm live 9 a.m. Central Standard Time every day during the week. Fortunately for everybody who's scared I could ever work at Wizards R&D, they don't have enough money to make that happen. So you're safe if you don't like my opinions on how I would manage the game. There aren't enough dollary dues at Wizards to make me move to the Seattle area. Nope, the price for Lantern's $1,000 actually. The last time we set that price at $100, too many people sent in money, so